Domestic violence is literally everywhere. So it's not a certain type of people. It's anybody, anywhere, and it could be the person sitting next to you. So it's really important that we all understand how the abuse works and how we can help. If you are giving, give as if you're giving to your own children. Give as if you're giving to your sister or your mom or your aunt or your best friend, because that's who we are. We are somebody's daughter, we are somebody's sister, we could be somebody's aunt, and there's nothing wrong with us. We didn't do anything to deserve the things that happened to us, but what we do deserve is a community that believes in us and supports us. Hi, I'm Katie Scott, and I am a domestic violence survivor. Giving with the purpose of being there for somebody that may have lost everything, that's what makes the biggest change in our lives.
Dawn's mission is to support, empower, and shelter individuals who need to have that voice. My advocates serve the community and surrounding areas of South King County. My name is Angela Danbring. I'm the Executive Director here at the Domestic Abuse Women's Network, located in Kent, Washington.
It started out very subtle, the incidents, the abuse was very subtle. It was, emotional and little things that didn't feel right. And then it escalated quickly after my daughter was born. And it got to a point where there was, every 2 weeks maybe, there was a physical altercation with my kid's father and myself. Oftentimes it would be in front of my daughter, who was 1 at the time. And it got to a point where it was so serious that I felt like I was not able to protect my daughter, and I obviously couldn't protect myself. So I packed a suitcase and a stroller and left my whole life behind and caught a cab and moved to the Dawn shelter. And that was that. Even just making the phone call and connecting with Dawn was a huge risk to my life, and it was also putting my daughter's life in jeopardy, because if he found that number on my phone, or if he happened to drive by my work, which he did, and saw me talking on the phone outside, who knows what would happen. I probably wouldn't be alive, if I'm being completely honest. So if that phone call didn't end in me being able to go to the shelter, and they happened to have a room for me on that Friday, I don't know where I would have been. I could have still been with him, because it felt safer at the time to know what his mental state was and be able to make plans to keep my daughter, away from him, because it was to a point where I was like, I don't care what you do to me, just please don't hurt her. And leaving felt scarier than staying.
That funding, with our great partnership with WMFHA, really allows us to serve so many aspects of survivorship. We get to assist with those funds of anything between some of those emergency needs when they first arrive to us, to helping them in their long-term plan, whether that is access to funds, whether it's living expenses or rent, sometimes in high lethality situations, or possibilities that they need to flee. These funds allow us to help them support and connect to other members or support systems, and we're able to provide that transportation for them, whether that has been a bus ticket, whether it's been airfare, but really the great impact it has is really it allows us to instill hope. Those client assistance funds lets us help our survivors know that they're there, that there's assistance for them to help get them back on their feet, or those next stages, or to reduce some of the fear that comes with that next chapter when you find yourself, going into that next phase of life with so much trauma and emotion that comes with that. My advocates and my team are able to utilize these funds to help make that impact feel like permanency for them, to help reduce that fear.
They treated me like a real person. They treated me like a good mom, because I am a good mom. If we didn't have Dawn, I don't know. I don't know where we would be, but I know that being able to be in that shelter with the other women and the support and the validation and just the community that Dawn gave us helped me realize that I don't have to go back to that, and I do have people that are supporting us that will help us stay safe as we try to get further away from him.
These client assistant funds allow us to have a resource that we can reach into for our survivors, and we get to instill that hope that there's that light at the end of the tunnel for them.
Right now I'm in the middle of getting my paralegal certification, which is really exciting. I've spent a lot of time in court, so I figured, I've helped a lot of other survivors navigate that process too, and so it's very exciting to be able to pursue that as a career now. I'm excited to see you guys at the chili cook-off on October 26th. I can't wait to meet you all and taste some good chili.